like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are. It is 2:03 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, January the 9th, 2021, and I'm the Angry Angel, and this is Ask an Angel. A whole bunch of questions for you today, and a quick disclaimer: I'm not a professional. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not your mummy. I'm not your daddy. I'm not responsible for what you do in your life going forward. I'm just simply here to answer questions and give advice. I've always been good at it. At least that's what everybody keeps telling me. But I also don't sugarcoat things. I tell things as it is. If you're doing something shitty, I'll point out that you're being shitty. There's a couple of questions that are not really necessarily shitty, and I'm going to do it in a nice way. But pointing out that, yeah, it might be... There's a couple of questions in here that are just like that. But yeah, this is episode 21. And yeah, should be a good show. Going to jump straight into these questions pretty quick. Yeah. But anyway, instead of me just keep gabbing away, let's get this show on the road. Boom. Where is it? Yeah, question number 1. Okay, so question number 1 is from Crystal. What is the nicest way to tell your man they need a shower? Okay, well, first of all, I don't have a man. But I don't know. I'm trying to think of from the man's point of view. What would be, because I know what you would. You don't offend them or whatever, but you want to. So I'm trying to think of, if it was me, I don't think there is really a kind way to do it, per se. I mean, you don't want to go, whew, right? You might offend him that way and make him feel uncomfortable, but it's an uncomfortable feeling. Just flat out say it, rip it off like a band-aid, I think. And say, oh my god, fuck. No, not like that. It's a tricky one. I understand the dilemma, but you do need to rip it off like it's a band-aid. Don't pussyfoot about, because if you pussyfoot about, that's when it's going to feel awkward and uncomfortable and like. There's a good way to do it. Yeah. Say, hey, you want to go have a shower? Yeah, I'm going to jump in the shower. Do you want to join me? Yeah, it's not a bad one. Not a bad one. But at the same time, maybe her nose is very sensitive. It could be that she's like, some people are like just a little sensitive to smell, some are like crazy sensitive. So even getting into the shower, if you're that kind of person, that might not work too well for you, but it is definitely a good way to do it. If you are sensitive and you can't even be in the shower with them, I simply put a point out, going and say that. Say, I'm sorry, I'm really sensitive to smells right now, and right now your order, as much as, and let them know that you still love them and all that kind of stuff, but it's offending my nose. You're not trying to, and say you're not trying to hurt the feelings, but it's offending the nose. And yeah, I think that's the best real way, depending on what your sensitivity is. If you're not sensitive, if it's just bugging you and you can get in the shower with them, make that offer. That way it doesn't come across bad. But yeah. Right. That was actually fairly easy. Right. Hang on one sec. I'm going to switch these around. Actually, no, I'm going to tell us right here. Okay. From my friend, Tiny Little Rim. Where the hell is it? Where's the damn button? Oh, you stubborn thing. Normally this works a little bit smoother, but I've got like, what, 5 different screens right here. Alright. I need different music. This is too repetitive. Alright, from Tiny Little Grim. Here we go. Oh, tired. There we go. From Tiny Little Grim. And that's her username. She plays lots of different games. Shout out to her. Very sweet person. Great singer. Till Twitch Sings decided up. But we're not going to go there. Yeah. I spoiled all my fun and listened to all these wonderful people singing. And now I can't because Twitch is so amazing when it comes to their decisions. Hear the sarcasm. Alright. My daughter is... oh, Jesus. That's really small. My eyes are getting old. That's better. My daughter is having self-doubt issues and I'm very worried about her. She never wants to do anything with fear of failing or doing something wrong. Do you have any advice? And this is kind of what came across when it was originally asked. Trying to just sum it up a bit. But really, a few tricks that worked for me. And self-doubt is a fucker of a thing to get around. You kind of want to... I'm a youth soccer coach. And from what I've had plenty of times where I've had that one kid who's just... He doesn't want to do anything. He is terrified. He wants to be in goal because he thinks that... Or he doesn't want to be in goal. He wants to be in defense. Or he wants to be anywhere but where the ball is. If he can, he'd rather sit on the bloody side on the side. Yeah, encouragement works, but the problem with encouragement and say, hey, you really, it's only part of the thing. You can tell a person, it's, think about as women out there, like, I say, oh, you look beautiful, you look beautiful, you look beautiful. Like after a while, it's kind of, oh, well, fuck, I don't feel it. They don't feel it. They need to feel it. So the trick to getting them to feel it is by giving them something small. Something small, something tiny, something to succeed. Because success breeds success. So you do something really, really small, and as soon as that's done, that's when you encourage them. Don't just encourage them with what they can't see. Encourage them with what they can. You kick the ball, and it goes in the net. Way to go! I've seen it. It's real. It's right there. I did it. But a goal is not something that you can just, bling, get. Right? So you start with something even smaller. So during practice, what I used to do is I would set up a small net. Nobody around, no goalie, no nothing. Just put the ball in that net. That's all you need to do. Dribble the ball in a straight line. Create two. Right? Just something very simple. Seems like a bit of a task, but something small. And then you encourage them. They saw the task. They saw what they needed to do. Success. As an adult, one of the things that I've actually learned, and I learned this from this American admiral. I wish I could get the link to there's a YouTube thing. I can't remember his name, but fuck, he starts off and he says this amazing thing. I've heard this even in cadets, and I never quite understood it as a kid, but as an adult, I really understand it. Well, what he did, what he does, I suppose, because he's still doing it. First thing in the morning, as a routine, he makes his bed, and it sounds so mundane and so. What the fuck? It's a bed, or who cares? And then as soon as he's made the bed and he folds everything under, pillow, does the whole fucking 9 yards. Then, just as he's about to leave the room, he turns around and looks at the bed and sees it made. And he feels good about himself deep inside because there's that bed. It's all made. He set himself a goal, something small, and it's done. So that success breeds success. So if you think about any time you wake up in the morning and you stub your toe or you're in a grumpy mood, that grumpy mood continues throughout the day. It's the same thing as everything. As soon as you get that first bit of success, you continue throughout the day and you have a good day. For a child, it's not different. And now children don't want to always make their bed, right? And stuff like that. So sometimes as an adult, one trick you can do is just make the bed, just make your bed yourself. Kids love to copy their parents. They love to do what their parents are doing. So if you can always trick them with this. Don't tell them, you better go make your bed or else you're grounded, blah, blah, blah. They want to challenge that authority. Well, no, I'm not going to make my bed. No, you make your bed. They go make their bed. They sponge that shit right up. Thank you very much. I'm learning all kinds of stuff. You like to make your bed? Oh, it does sound like fun. I'll make my bed too. And then they set that goal, make my bed, and then they turn around and verbally say, that's a really nice bed. That success will breed success. And they will do the same thing. And throughout the day, as those little successes happen more and more and more, self-doubt goes away. If you just tell somebody, or especially a kid, hey, you're doing awesome, you're doing amazing, you can't fail, you can't do wrong, right? You do that too much, and then you do stuff like when they get older and they go into a sport, and you know what? Win or lose, there's a participation medal. They don't know failure. They don't know to be able to achieve something through doing something and having that success. And then you end up having certain people running for president and who throw little temper tantrums because they lost. I'm not going to name any names. See if you can put those clues together. But no, that's what happens, right? That's why they fucking come out with the silver spoon right in the fucking mouth, because everything is being given to them, right? You're giving it to them, but you're not. You're letting them do what they need to do, even though you're setting it up. As easy as it is, you could do like a board game, but the problem with a board game is kids are not stupid. They're not. They can learn, and when you're like letting them win, for the first few times they might go, yeah, I'm winning. Over time, they're gonna pick up on the idea that they've lost. You need to give a thing that they can win, that they're not competing yet. Don't let them compete, because as soon as that failure happens that early, then you get this. The kids are dealing with so much garbage right now in school of bullies and having the pressure of, I've got to do well in school, and then you're adding on shit like that they're trying to put in, where they're trying to fucking put in. And I don't mind. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. I'm not homophobic. I am open to everybody and everything and all kinds of thoughts. School should be about academics. I don't mind. I have no problem with them teaching like sex ed or whatever, like basic stuff. Don't go fucking crazy with it if the parents is okay with it. But when you're teaching about, I'm hearing them trying to teach a boy is a girl and a girl is a boy, which I have no objection to. Any of the LGBTQ thing, love it, think it's a great thing. Fucking pride, power, whatever. But leave the kids the fuck out of it. They've already got way too much on their plate that this shit's happening. Where kids don't know whether they're fucking coming or going. They don't know if they've got blue eyes, green eyes, or fucking what the fuck they have. And then mix on the fact that mummy, daddy, aunt, uncle are all fucking colouring their hair and they don't know what they're supposed to be. Let alone toss in winning and fail. Just leave that shit the fuck out of it. Breed them, give them that success, give them that small success. And this is not just saying like my answer is already given, like this is what you should do. You need to just build some encouragement somehow in any way. The small things, the better, right? Because while your mind at the front is not, I'm trying to get my words to like come out properly. They're just small things, and to most people, who cares? But they do add up. They do add up. That's like, if you think a penny is really small, if I give you 100 pennies, you've got $1, right? It's still just a penny, but they add up. Same as the little successes, they add up, and they will make the person feel good. Little success, little success, little success, little success, little success, little success. You blow up a balloon not by having a big fucking blow. You nice big balloon, right? Little small breath. Otherwise, you're gonna fucking pass the fuck out. But anyway, I've beaten this question to death. Let's move on to question number 3. Oh, yeah, that was fun. I love doing this shit. I don't know if this one's gonna fit. That's what she said. Okay, where is it? That's the wrong thing. I'm looking at the wrong keyboard. One of these days, this is going to be so much easier to just make it all smooth transition. Like I've got this new Stream Deck thingy. So many goddamn buttons. Oh, and save. Did it work? Yes. I fit. Good. Okay, so Farm Anonymous. My 6-year-old child has recently been seriously acting out in school. The teachers say he's the sweetest kid they've ever known most of the time, but the once in a while he will be hitting and kicking, walking the halls doing this. Talking to him, he loves his school but hates going to daycare. At home I never see any what the school has been saying. At home he's sweet, enjoys things, and is always happy. I ask if they think it's ADD or something. I am wanting to know what the issue is so I can deal with it to help him. To get him help if there is an issue. I'm pulling my hair out of my head, trying to figure then. I want to talk to my husband about this, but fear he's going to turn around and blame me, saying I'm a bad mom. Well, there's a whole bunch of shit in there. I don't think it's attention deficit. That usually doesn't really show up. I mean, it shows up young, but from my experience, and I've had a lot of experience in that, they thought I was attention deficit for a while. They thought I was, when I was younger, they thought I was attention deficit. They thought I was schizophrenic. The problem is when doctors have a bad habit. When they diagnose, they lock on. It's like a fucking targeting missile. That's what it is, and you can't shift that mind. So to say it's this or that, especially if you want a doctor or the school to say it, as soon as they do, it's locked and you can't get it away. And they'll just fucking pump the pills in them. It could be boredom. Yeah, it could be a boredom. It could be all kinds of things. The fact that you say that he loves his school but does not like his daycare, I have a feeling the acting out might be something from the daycare. It could be it could be just completely bored. But you're saying he's doing things and he enjoys and all that kind of stuff, but then he's acting out and kicking and punching and shit like that. And now I wish I knew a bit more to know if his father's violent. Kids, especially at that age, as I said, they're like sponges, and they'll mimic. So if his father's doing this, he's acting out, and it doesn't necessarily need to be physical. If your husband's like yelling all the time, or if you're yelling all the time, and he's picking up on it, and there's one thing that parents, when they get into that fight, and while they try their best, I don't fight in front of the kids are not deaf. If you're doing it in another room and the kid can hear, I can tell you from experience, my parents used to fight all the time. And I used to be in the other room, and fucking walls are not, it's just a fucking wall made of wood. And they're not really that thick. The sound's coming through. I can hear it. And while I might not know what's being said, I can hear the aggression, the frustration, and all that kind of stuff. And a 6-year-old is going to pick up on that without a doubt, but not necessarily know what's going on. And usually the last thing that happened in the room, they're going to associate the last thing that they saw and that. Oh, there's yelling. They left the room. This just happened. And while it might not be a conscious thing, it's subconscious. And that's bleeding out. That's what I'm thinking from this. I don't think it's attention deficit. Attention deficit, there's kind of like two parts of it. There's ADD and ADHD. ADD, from what I've learned over the years, attention deficit hyper disorder, or something like that. ADHD, attention deficit hyper disorder. That is kind of like you are hyper focused. You are focused on that one thing. And it's kind of like most people when they're watching a fucking movie, right? And they're focused on that. And anything else happens around and they just can't pull their mind away. That's kind of like a normal level. Hyper, that's even worse. It's like they'll be writing or whatever. A bomb could go off in the other fucking room. They are not hearing it. What gets even worse is when you do get their attention and you're trying to pull them away, they get upset. Verbally and upset that they had this task. It's almost like a level of OCD. They need to get this done and you're pulling them away. What the fuck? And then there's the ADD where it's the opposite. Now I have a bit of this. It's where I struggle to focus on that one task. I could be, if I did have it, it was mild as fuck. Where I could be talking away and I'll suddenly have no idea what the fuck I was talking about within halfway through the sentence. It's like, what the fuck was I talking about? I do that on a regular basis. That's why I think it's just mild. I never got diagnosed. You could get him diagnosed. Not necessarily for that. You want him, don't go, hey, I'd like to get my kid diagnosed for attention deficit. Don't say that. You never want to say that because as soon as you do, you've just given them one of two things is going to happen. One, the doctor's going to get pissed off that you diagnosed him and he's going to go, no, I don't think it's that. I think it's this over here. That's one possibility. The other possibility is he's going to just go, yeah, you've done my job for me. Thank you very much. Here's some Ritalin. And you don't want that either. You want them to actually do some freaking work and some tests. My kid's having some problems with like all the stuff you just listed right here. As I mentioned in my disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a psychiatrist or any form of counselor at all. Not professional. Just a guy giving advice, which I'm always for some reason able to give off good advice. But they are professional. But don't let them be lazy and just pigeonhole them. Yes, they're attention deficit. It might not even be anything at all, right? You want them to actually look at the issues and really find out, because it could be something. Now, here's something that happens in school, because the one thing you didn't mention is you didn't mention you've never actually seen this happen. Now, this is my experience in school as well. It's where the name Angry Angel comes from. Is I used to get bullied in school, right? And because of that, I didn't like to see other kids being bullied. And so what I would end up doing, as soon as I saw other kids being bullied, I'd go in there like a fucking, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Don't. And usually I'd be the one in the fight. That kid would run off, and suddenly I'm in the fight. Teacher turns around, and guess what she's seeing? She's seeing me getting into a bloody fight. So I look like a big old bully. And a bunch of nuns ended up seeing this stuff, and that's why I ended up being nicknamed the Angry Angel as a kid, because I always looked like I was frustrated, and all I'm trying to do is help, right? And at school, that, to me, it could be something as simple as that. The teacher turns around and is seeing the 6-year-old boy, oh, he's kicking, he's punching, and everybody else is doing nothing at all. No, they were. You just didn't catch it. You weren't watching. Because guess where the teacher's eyes are? The teacher's eyes are on this kid, this kid, this kid, the whiteboard. They're all over the bloody place. Often, like a lot of schools these days are starting to get like assistants so that they don't miss anything. But some schools, some classes, they just don't have the money for it. So they've got that one person looking after about 16 kids. Yes, they're going to miss things. Always walking through the just kicking people, when everywhere else it looks completely fine. This one teacher just happens to see. And guess what also happens? The teacher never tells the parent, hey, your kid's acting out. What the fuck's going on? No, they tell the principal. The principal hears this information, who's also concerned about the rest of the students. And then they tell. So you got this pass of information, and nobody really knows what the hell actually happened. Sit the kid down and go, you know what, hey, what actually happened today? Did you kick somebody? Why did you kick them? Actually ask them. Don't be afraid to ask them. And here's another thing that frustrates me, is when he gets in trouble for doing this, and everybody automatically goes, you did this? If he didn't, you've just given him a reason not to trust anybody. And then you beat people who just don't trust authority, don't believe in anybody else, and sometimes they just grow up into people who will suddenly attack certain big white buildings. And I'm not going to go into it because it's not a political stream, but you put the pieces together. But no, they act out and they get fucking pissed, but they blame them, or you did this. But they didn't actually look into it. And I don't blame the teacher fully, because the teacher has all those kids to deal with. Lots of kids. That's why I do strongly want schools to get a second teacher. Train these teachers. Teachers are good. Teachers and assistants. And you know what you've got? You've got a teacher and a teacher assistant in every school, in every class. One, you've just created jobs. Secondly, you've just created a safety net. So if Mr. Johnston right there, who's teaching all kinds of things, and he's being a naughty teacher, he can't be naughty teacher, because you got Mr. Assistant there keeping an eye on him as well. So when you're all worried about your kid, you don't need to. You got somebody watching right there. I've also believed, now this tends to be a touchy subject. I've always believed that it is vitally important to have cameras, yes, cameras in every classroom, all the way from kindergarten to high school, for multiple reasons. Everybody kept putting fucking metal detector. Oh, he's got a gun. You know what just happened at the bloody at Congress, at the you know what just happened a few days ago? I can't think of the name of the building, but right there at that fucking building, there was cameras, and guess what they were able to do? They were able to find out who did this, who did that, and fucking arrest them. Guess what you can do in school with cameras? If the kid basically says, oh, this happened to me, or you can literally go back into the tape and literally watch as shit's happening. So you're blaming the right person. The right person is getting in trouble, and the wrong person, the person who's innocent, is actually innocent. And if there is, and let's say your 6-year-old is being you've got proof. When he turns around and goes, oh, no, not the White House, the other one. But anyway, Congress, the fucking, come on. Not Senate, no, that's the people. I know it's got a name of the building. It's right on the tip of my fucking tongue. And I'm not going to... We'll just say that. We'll just say Congress. But I know that's not the name of the building. I know it's got a name. But anyway, that's all I've really got to say about that. Is I don't think he's got attention deficit. A capital. That's the one. That's the one. I think. Sounds about right. But anyway, is that the right one? I don't think that's the one either. Might be. You know what? Fuck it. No, I don't think your kid's got attention deficit. But as I said, I am not a doctor. But the advice I've just given you, give that a try. Feel free to come by, send an email to the email address right there, and let me know what happens, because I would love to know what the outcome of this. I feel bad for your kid because he's going through all this, and it's a sensitive subject, because if you go the wrong way, we could have another Trump in our hands. Okay, fine, I said it, whatever. I'm not saying your kid's gonna be Trump. Relax. I don't think anybody could be him, unless, of course, Revelations. Just saying. What am I talking about? Yeah, no. Send an email. Let us know how things went. Hopefully, things go better. But I don't think you have anything massive to worry about. As for your husband, tell him. Otherwise, you've got a bigger problem there. Or it's not just your kid, but it's his kid, right? He's going to point out, this is when you tell him, if he goes at you and says, oh, you know what, you're a bad mom. Well, I'm sorry. You're only 50% of the equation. He's the other 50. What the fuck are you doing? Just pointing that out. If you're a bad mom for his behavior, you're a shitty father for his behavior too. Take 50% of the blame. I'm not saying you're a bad mom. I'm just basically pointing out if he comes at you, there you go. There's some fucking free fucking back in your face, motherfucker. But no, I hope you don't fight. But point that out in a nice way. That way you don't. And if he doesn't, he doesn't. Well, I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, question number 4. Hello, how's it going, Miss DX? Hello. Question number 4. Yeah. Right. Okay. Oh, it's warm. Okay. Rough times, but happy for me. Aww. Oh, well, thank you for joining. Is everything okay? Do you have any questions that you might want to ask before I go into question number 4? Let's turn question number 4 off. Is there anything that you need advice with? Okay, thank you. Just lots of things. Oh. Well, I hope it gets better, whatever it is. And if you need a friend or whatever, you know I'm always here. Would be a success stream. Oh. Oh, that bad, huh? Oh. Well, if you ever need somebody to even just vent to, I'm always here. And it's also good. You know what? Sometimes going on a show like this, watching a show, works out well because then you get to listen to everybody else's problem, and then your problem actually feels a little, even though it's exactly the same, it feels a little less going, fuck, at least I'm not them. I'm just kidding. That's not the right one. Where is it? Oh, it is out there. What am I talking about? Question number 4. Question number 4. Why is my thing not working? Oh, I'm not alone in having problems. Exactly. That's a good way to think, and that's the beauty of the world. And I wish the people would fucking smarten the fuck up and going, you know what? We're all human. We're all on the same fucking planet. We're all trying to fucking do the same thing and live and be happy. I think that's what all of us really want. We don't really want to screw each other over. I mean, yes, there's people out there that have got that bitter attitude and they feel better by screwing people over. But deep down inside, I guarantee they feel guilt of that. I'm gonna be a bit of a devil's advocate, and I'm gonna risk potentially losing everybody watching. You all know that I hate that orange face fucker in the White House. But sometimes, like even right now, and he deserves everything he gets. Absolutely, 100%. Do not think I don't. But have you ever had this feeling where everything is going bad and everybody's like yelling at you and upset with you and whatever, and you literally feel as if the entire world is against you? Like hypothetically. Right now, and this is the only part where I feel the slightest amount of pity for him. He deserves it. He's a traitor and he deserves to go to jail. But there's a part of me that looks at him and goes, that's now your legacy. That is all you'll be remembered for. This travesty that you've caused. You are going to be the most hated man in history. Charles Manson will be considered a fucking prince in comparison to you. Hitler will be your only comrade. Because even your other comrade is probably laughing at you. No, I know what I mean. This is right. His life is destroyed. It doesn't matter which way this goes. If there's another outburst or whatever, everything that happens, the amount of blood that is on that man's hands, deep inside, he needs help. Not just go to jail, which he needs to do. He needs just the mindset. Could you imagine knowing all the people that have died because of something? Even if you don't fully admit to your own mistake, if you're the cause of the death of hundreds of thousands, I have to believe that somewhere inside of him there's a hint of remorse, of guilt, even if he doesn't want to admit to it, because we make mistakes, and like most humans, we don't want to go, hey, I fucked up. We don't want to, and we fight, but yeah, I feel a little bit sorry for him, but that's about as far as it goes. I hope he rots in hell and he learns to not pick up the soap too much. Yeah. Anyway, let's go on to question number 4, because that one's going downhill. All right, from Key. From Key. I love that name. That is an interesting name. Yeah. Bit of advice. Being in a relationship for around 17 years and have 3 children. Things have become routine and more friendlier than passionate, especially with lockdown. Lots of marriages happen with that, even in the first few months or right after get married. It's really weird. Relationships are kind of strange that way, and beautiful. I remember one couple I knew a long time ago. They were in that exact same boat, and they showed me pictures of the wedding and how they were before, and thick as thieves and blah blah blah. And they said it's kind of like that saying that the honeymoon's over. They considered each other more like best friends, which is good. Which is a good thing in relationships, but you definitely need that passion. Anyway, let's continue. I thought I'd make an effort and send other half a sexy pic. I'll post the comments. What? I'll no, you won't. Weird. I'll make it appropriate, and if it's not against rules, apologies if it is. I don't have any rules. This has got it being copied. Will of course delete. Yeah, this is being copied from something. Whilst he was at work, his reply was very nice. Literally, that was it. Okay. Well, I wish I could hear it, because the tone itself could really, not even a kiss on the end. Am I in the right to feel heartbroken? I don't think there's any right or wrong. Right? Your feelings are your feelings. You shouldn't don't feel like you're a bad person to have feelings. They're legitimate. If you're feeling heartbroken, however, at the same time, it would be one thing if he didn't say anything at all. He did make a compliment. Some people, they don't have that in them, right? They don't have the gift of the gab, the ability to say the right words at the right time. He said very nice. Now, was it just said, yeah, very nice? Or was it, very nice? It depends on how he said it, right? You could always ask him about it, going, did you really like it? But at the same time, take the little things too. Because he did say very nice, which means he clearly liked it. I think it's a good thing that he said it. Granted, it does feel like a little not much. But at the same time, I don't know. I'm not defending him. yes, I think I would say you have the right to feel heartbroken. There's no rights to having feelings. You've got the right, and if you feel heartbroken, you feel heartbroken. I'd say maybe let him know you felt a bit heartbroken, that all you said was very nice, and there was no. But there are guys out there that do that. It doesn't mean that they're a bad person if that's the only answer that they can think of at the time. I mean, you'd probably feel weird if he brought out a brass band and going, yeah, this is fucking awesome, banging. What exactly would you want? Maybe think that as well. What exactly were you hoping for? What was the situation? Were you outside somewhere where there's a lot of public and you go, hey, check this out? And you said you sent, hang on. So he sent it to us, so he got it on his phone. Maybe, was it, okay, his reply, so he replied to you with very nice. I'm trying to place my head in it. If this is a text thing, I wouldn't look too much into it on that, because emotion and shit like that is always lost in text. Always. Here's a way you could really you could test things. Do another one. Nothing to. I could say I'm also, as some of you know, I'm also a photographer. I do a lot of boudoir photos. There's probably a photographer in your town. Just look it up. See if there's one, and get them done really nice. Do up your hair. And don't just do it for him. Do this for yourself. This is a great way to boost confidence. Every model, every client I've ever done, they've always felt good about themselves. So you go out, you do the whole thing. Nothing too risky or anything like that, but just something sexy and sensual and whatever. Get them printed up. Maybe even like in a book, in a photo book. Give that to him. Then see his expression. Sending a quick pic be no different. If it's just a quick, it could be all the way from, wow, it's amazing, or meh, it's a dick pic, right? Would you get excited over that? Oh, that's very nice. It's a dick pic. You've seen, right? It kind of gets mundane. I don't know how old everybody is. Actually, at least fucking 17, let's say 16. You're at least in your 30s. Give or take. Actually, no, if you've been married, actually said in a relationship for 17 years, so that could have been any time. So, but, yeah, I don't know how long, but yeah, it's the best thing I can think of. Give that a try and see what his response is after that. That way you put a lot more effort into it, and there's that effort. But you're not just doing it simply for yourself, for him. You're doing it for, actually, you do it for yourself, for your own confidence, and then you're giving it to him, right? And then you can have a good reminder. Oh, wow, man, I look like this at this age. My God. And after 3 children, holy shit. Feel good about yourself. See his response. Then you'll have a bit of an idea. If he doesn't at that point, if he doesn't appreciate it, you've got bigger issues. I'd even potentially consider some form of actual marriage counseling at that point. Or just tell him. That's the other thing that I fucking rave on over and over again to everybody. Communication. Communication. Oh, why is my microphone way over there? You probably can't hear me that well. Stay. Oh, fuck, I got a sweat on. It's warm as fuck. It's because it's cold as hell outside right now. Cold as hell. Silly saying. Alright, question number 5. Oh, yeah. Question number 5. 5. Okay, from Anonymous. Alright, so question number 5 from Anonymous says, nope, that's the question number 4. I met a guy online and decided to have sex with him on the first date. I never do that. I never do that. The condom broke, and now I have his child. Abortion was not an option. He's in his 50s, and so am I. You had a baby at 50? That's pretty fucking awesome. I have older kids, and he has not. His family was really shocked when they found out that first, he was dating someone, and second, he had gotten someone pregnant. He didn't understand until the past 5 months since having my son why people were shocked by this. This man has sucked at every relationship he has ever been in. He's always ends up back at his mom's house at the age of 50. No judgment. This man doesn't know how to be in a relationship, and now I'm really trying to figure out what I need to do in order to be happy. What? Our relationship is extremely boring and still, and I want to scream. Eh? What's new, right? I'm assuming. Okay, when a relationship gets boring, that's on kind of both parties, not just one. If you want life into it, you want to do something, do something. Yeah, I don't know what to really say. The one thing I will say is, you're 50 years old. How can you have thought to have sex and not thought that there's a chance of getting pregnant? I mean, granted, yeah, you're in your 50s as well, which is a little weird, but even still, unless you've gone actually full on into menopause, there's still a chance. If you're having your period, there's still a fucking chance, right? So to be fully surprised, you were just fooling yourself, right? If you're going to have sex, I don't care who the hell you are, there's always that chance. There's the chance of the condom big, and there's the chance of this, there's the chance of that. Nothing other than that was that like UID. And I've even heard of fucking cases where they get a woman got pregnant even with that damn thing because the doctor screwed up. There's that chance. So if you're gonna have sex, understand there's a chance. Having sex, and you say you'll never do it, you never do it. Then what? Here's a question: what was so first date? Gonna have sex? Was he fun? Was he good? What was that made you do that? I'm not judging on that. I'm basically pointing out that there was something that attracted you enough to him that you went to that. So it shouldn't be too difficult to find some kind of fun in your relationship or some kind of attraction. It's really boring and stale. Go do things. Go find out what each of them will get. Here's an idea. Maybe spend some time getting to know each other. If that's what you want. If you don't want that, then this is a mute fucking question. Don't be in a relationship. Just raise the kids separately or whatever. There's so many options for you to do. But if that's what you want and you want to have the relationship, then fucking make it communicate, get to know each other. These are easy concepts. Maybe the struggle while you're having this is the same struggle that you had to understand that if you have sex, you can still get pregnant. There's that chance. Don't scream at the world because shit happened, right? You did it. You didn't just slip and in it went. Oops. It was intentional. The sex was intentional. If the sex is intentional and you just do it and fuck, you're a grown woman. You're 50, you're in your 50s. Fuck. I don't need to explain this shit to you. Anyway, question number 6. There's nothing in question number 6. Why have I got no 6 or 7? I've got question number... What? Hang on a sec. Okay, so. Did I answer this one last week? Is this like an old question? I'm gonna answer this one anyway because my questions got all muddled up. I've only got question 8. I don't know why I don't have 6 and 7, but let's answer this one. Mervelin. Mervelin. I was just thinking, okay, from Mervelin, question 8, I just keep thinking about all the signs in front of me that showed my ex was cheating. I lent him my car to go see his baby. It was I have answered this question. That was last week. Okay, so question number 9. What happened to my bloody list of questions? Oh, is there another? No, that's them. Okay, question number 9. All right, so this might actually be a lot shorter than what I was thinking. Okay, question number 9. Why is my phone blinking? Okay, question 9. Why is my mouse not working now? Hi, welcome to my stream, where anything can happen. Okay, so here goes. Please tell me if you think I'm being dramatic about it. I caught my husband looking at porn again the other day. Okay. Normally, I'm okay with porn. Nice. But my husband has made really mean comments about my body in the past. That's shitty. He has called me fat and told me I should get a boob job. What the fuck? What the fuck? He actually said this. So what? And this is your husband. You married this man. How was he before this? This is... What? Okay. Maybe I'm... Okay. So I've always told him that I don't want you looking at porn because it makes me feel insecure. It's not the porn that's making you insecure. I mean, yes, it is. But it's the shitty comments he said. That's made you insecure for... He knew that it was a hard no in our relationship. I'm confused by that line because a little while ago in this whole thing, you do say that you were okay with the porn. So I think you need to decide on what it is. If it's okay, if it's not okay. The insults aside, that's a shitty thing for him to do, but you need to not flop back and forth. Because I can tell you, from my thing, I'd be a little bit confused. So you say one thing, 1 minute, another thing, another. That'd be frustrating as hell. Well, I was watching... Hang on. Well, he was watching porn and cam girls. This isn't the first time I've caught him. Do you think that's okay? Am I being dramatic about it? I'm 5 foot nothing and like 100 pounds. When I met him, I was on... So you're lighter? Hang on. What? I know what that is. For a while, before my 30s, I had a hard time gaining weight. Actually, I'd say up to about 35. I couldn't get over the weight of 130 pounds as a guy. So I know roughly what that weight is. As a girl, that... What? Okay. I need a drink. Because I'm not wanting to yell into my microphone. I'm trying to calm myself down. I'm not wanting to yell at you. Relax. It's okay. If you do me a favor, play this for your husband. You're an asshole. Thank you. Seriously. No, that, none of that weight, none of that size, nobody's fucking size deserves to be insulted or whatever. If you don't find the person you're with attractive, move the fuck on. I guarantee somebody will. Are you really that hot yourself? Because I can almost guarantee if you're just sitting around looking at porn, watching cam girls and shit like that, chances are you're not as hot as you think you are. Calm. To make another human being feel like shit. Just looking at my eyes right now, buddy. You see the fucking fire. You were. Calm. Can't fucking. You're a dick. Everybody, give me a 1 if you think the person that that Tiff is married to is an asshole. Give me a 1 in my chat. 1, 2, 3. They're gonna keep on coming. Be aware. 4. I'm sure there's a 5th one coming in. Here we go. They're coming. There you go. You're an asshole. And you don't deserve your wife. She was okay with you watching porn. Now, Tiff, as I stated before, you do say that you are okay with porn. So you need to be deciding on, are you okay, are you not okay? So you said right there you're not okay, then that's how it should be. Which means later on you should not be going, oh, I'm okay with porn. You can't chop and change. That doesn't excuse what he's done. This is for you. What I would do is make a recommendation for you, because your confidence sounds like it's absolutely destroyed. I'm going to recommend you do what I said to a lady early on in a previous question. Go find a local photographer in your town and ask them, say, I would like a boudoir shoot done. Even tell them what's happened. Send this entire fucking thing to them, right? And basically, I can almost guarantee they'll probably even give you a discount. If it was me and you were local, I probably would have done the shoot for free to let you see just how gorgeous you actually are. You're a human being, and with this amazing human body that we've been given by whatever thing created us. I don't care if it's just we've came out of the goo or what, or some magical being created us. It doesn't really fucking matter. We came out like this. Look at these bodies. And it doesn't matter what shape or size they are fucking magnificent. And you should be proud of yours. And your husband should be proud of yours. And go get the photographer, go ask them, do a boudoir, and then take the pictures. See yourself for who you are. See the beauty of who you are. Boost your confidence and kick this. I don't actually say this to him. Kick him to the fucking curb. Yeah, this guy's a prick. This guy is not just a prick, he's a fucking bully. At that size, to say, disgusting. To the husband, if you are still watching this, you are a disgusting human being. Not even a human being. Why am I insulting the human race by saying something like that? Fuck off. Yeah. I'm trying to be nice. But I can't be nice. I want to punch you in the face. No, I'm not violent. I'm Twitch. Don't be mad at me. I'm trying my best. Okay, so we're going to move on to question number 10 before I do something really bad. But good luck, Tiff, and good luck. Holy shit. Holy shit. What a dick. Just, that a human being could fucking say that about some other fucking, just, fuck. Nina, thank you for saving me with your next question. What is this? Find out my man bought a subscription on fucking fuck. Okay. I found out my, I apologize for my gender in advance. Okay. I'm not. Okay, let me just read the question in case I'm. Okay. Found out my man bought a subscription on OnlyFans last night. I'm just lost RN right now, and I feel worthless. Okay. Pretty much what I suggested for the previous person and one previous to that one. You need to boost your confidence, and that's a really easy, quick way to do it. It takes a little bit, but it can work. You need to do something to see you for who you are, right? You can't control your man. You can ask him, you can communicate, and literally say it. Don't hold back. It doesn't sound like he's actually physically went up to you and insulting you, so I'm not going to treat him the same way as the previous person. He might not know that you're actually hurt. Clearly you are, and the great thing about a relationship, the best thing about a relationship, to make it work is communication. So you need to tell him, when you did this actually hurt my feelings. It made me feel worthless. You're completely entitled to your feelings, and your feelings are definitely valid. I mean, yes, some people will go, oh, it's just an OnlyFans account. It's only porn. Like, first of all, I'm going to be honest. I watch porn myself. I don't pay for the damn thing. This free. So the idea of paying for this shit would be crazy. But that's just me. Watch it with them. But even still, you need to tell them. Don't hold back. Just go up to them and go, you know what? When you did this, it made me feel less of a person. At the same time, there's nothing really wrong with, and this is my opinion, there's nothing wrong with porn. It's not bad. It's not sinful. It's not, he's not going to go to hell for doing so. And you actually kind of can reap the benefits of it because, well, you know the outcome, and unless he's taking care of things himself, if he gets going, guess who's reaping the benefit, right? He's not actually having sex with. I can guarantee the people who are on OnlyFans are not going to have sex with him. Do you know why? Because they are doing that for money. That's why they're doing that, and they also like the attention, right? So he's not getting lucky. Chances are he wouldn't even stand a fucking chance, even if he met the person. Wouldn't even know what the fuck to really do. Don't feel bad about yourself. Just go do what I suggested to the last person, and treat yourself and let yourself feel good. And I'm not just saying go and lay on the bed and just go and have somebody take pictures. Go to the hairdressers, get your hair done up. Go to a makeup person, do your nails, do every fucking thing. Get yourself some pictures taken. I guarantee you'll feel good about yourself. And yes, I know there's COVID going on right now, but there are things that photographers can do to make that happen and not be any risk at all. You're not having 50 fucking people involved. You're not even having 10. You can still get all this to happen without any concern of that, if the photographer and the artists are doing their job correctly. They're wearing the masks, they are wiping down, and quite often on their website it actually tells you that they are COVID approved. So make sure you see that on there too. But yes, you need to boost that confidence of yours, because yeah, you're not worthless. Nobody is. Well, there's one I know that is worthless. No, he's not worthless. He's just an asshole who deserves to go to jail. He's still human. Can't believe I said that. Fuck. Look at what he made me do. That was just disgusting in my mouth. Alright, question 11. From Amanda. Can you still love someone and want to spend the rest of your life with someone but not want to get married? I think so. Sure. Absolutely. Most people do at the beginning have that relationship, they'll have that feeling, but they're always scared. Some are scared of that level of commitment because they're afraid that it might end tomorrow. And that's the beauty of marriage, is you're telling not only your partner but even yourself that the level of commitment that you want, that you are going to spend. Now, it's not a be all and end all. Can you live happily ever after not get married? Absolutely. At the same time, make sure that your partner agrees with it. I agree with it, that you can. But if they have dreams and hopes to one day actually be married, to have a wife, to the whole 9 yards, and you're not willing, they might move on themselves. Like, you've all got goals. That's why it's an important thing in any relationship, especially when it's first starting, to communicate wants and desires and all that kind of stuff. Very important. Very, very important. All right. But that's my quick and short answer to that question. Oh, yeah. We're getting this done. Oh. Eyeball. Where's question number 11? No, that was 11. We're on question number 12. And we've got 13. Well, I guess technically missing 2, so I've only got 11 questions in total. This is question 12. That was really question 9, I think. Or 10. Fuck, I can't remember. I'm just cut. Oh, fuck, I'm getting tired. Okay. Question 12. From Aaron. What does needing space actually mean? Okay. To many different people, it can mean different things, right? You really, if you've been told this, could be for many different reasons. I'm gonna give you some concepts of it. Some are nice, and then I'm gonna end with the one that could be bad. One silly thing is, needing space means you have a really big spaceship and you want to go places. You're an astronaut and you just want to get out there. In a relationship standpoint, though, it could mean that they're going through some things and they just need a little bit of time alone. It could be a few minutes. Just, you know what, just give me some space while I just deal with this shitty thing that just happened. Could be that they're dealing with something in their life, a death, whatever, and they just want to be left alone for that little bit. Some people, they need people to overcome pain. Some people, they just want to crawl under a rock and die. Not literally, but that's the feeling that they've got inside, that they just want to shut the fucking world the hell out. I'm very much like that myself. So many times right now, I just want the world to just fuck off. The shit that's going on, from COVID, from looking at shit from one of the most powerful countries in the world being led by a madman with nuclear weapons. That shit's terrifying. That shit's absolutely, and when I keep hearing that, I'm not getting into that, but anyway, that person needs to be sent into space. But my point is that it could be just something like that. They just need some time alone. It could be a day, it could be depending on the relationship. I mean, are you married? Are you in a just a right? Now for the bad one. Sometimes, and from my experience, I've had the girls say that to me. They need space. When really what they wanted was they needed not time alone, they wanted time away from me specifically. Either I've upset them, or worse, they've met somebody else and they want time to be with them without me knowing, so that they could do whatever they're going to do and fall in love and have a relationship and break my heart. And then that space turns into a bottomless pit of despair. I'm not saying that that's what it is in your circumstances, because this is just the shortest question. I'm just giving you the many different concepts of what this could be. It could be that they've moved on and they want to. The best person to ask this question though would be your partner. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. If this person is with you and they love you, get some sort of confirmation on what they mean. You say you need space. I need to know kind of what you mean. I'm not trying to be clingy. I'm not trying to be. And I understand if you're going through something, that's fine. But I need to know, because you're not a bottle of milk. You don't deserve to be just shoved on the shelf and forgotten. And go stale and blah blah blah. No, you're a human being. Ask them what they mean. Don't be afraid to go, hey, what do you mean you need space? How long do you need? What is the criteria of the space? Can we still communicate? Is there just no communication? Is there something else more and you're just afraid to say it? Don't be afraid to ask these questions. But yeah. Anyway, question 13, and the last one. And this one was a weird one. Alright, so from Kelly. Hello, Kelly. When dating someone, not exclusive, to what extent is phone usage appropriate in your opinion? Not exclusive, okay. Is it a red flag if they have a privacy screen? No. It can be if it's exclusive. It could bug me a little bit there. But if it's non-exclusive, no. You just literally set that. As soon as you set that thing, that's where it is. Nothing, who he sees or talks to at that point is not exclusive. Is it just not exclusive for you and not for him? It's a little weird. What if their phone, what if they're on the phone often, but you know they are doing something for work? What's the issue with that? But you know they're doing something for work. If it's for work, there's no issue. Like, it's definitely no issue. At first I thought you were worried about him cheating or something like that. If he's actually doing work and things, where's the red flag? He's doing his job. He doesn't want to lose his job, but you want to like not him to come. Let's say you work somewhere and he comes in the office and, oh well, she won't talk to me. She's ignoring me. What the fuck's going on? She's hiding her screen. She's closing the door, not letting me in. This is not right. What the fuck? You're doing your job. You're at work. That's his job. No, it's not an issue. Do you ask them to get off their phone while they're at work? What if they like to watch YouTube while driving? Slap them for me. Nobody should be watching a bloody YouTube video while they're driving. I'm supposed to be on the road so you don't bloody well kill somebody. Why are these questions like this? Like, these shouldn't be like questions. This should be like, duh. I mean, it'd be one thing if you said, oh, if he's like texting while driving. But even still, that's not good. But you literally said he's watching YouTube while driving. Slap him. Slap him and say, you know what? Did that hurt? Like hard. Slap him fucking hard. Do you know why? You say, did that hurt? Yeah. Imagine what's going to happen to the fucking kid. You're going to run the fuck over for driving while watching YouTube. Smart the fucker. That's coming from a fucking professional driver who hates shitty drivers out there. There you go. But anyway, that's it. I don't know what happened to those other 2 questions. But that is it. That is episode 21. We're on our way, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I should be able to do this again next week. As my schedule is sitting pretty much the same way. Right now, there's some issues going on with work. So I don't know what the schedule is going to be. Because, yeah, they don't have my paperwork and I'm not getting paid for the work I've done. I've driven 5 runs and some training, and they still haven't not figured out the paperwork for me to get to them so that they can pay me. That's been about a month. So, not sure what's going to happen yet. I'm going to keep you all apprised, though. There's thoughts going on. I don't get bullied. I don't get fucked over. Because when I do, I get put in detention. No, I isn't going to jail, but I was trying to be funny. I don't stand for it. The Angry Angel comes out. But anyway, I'm going to end this here, and I'm going to go and do my thing. And then later on, I'll probably come back and play some games or whatever. See if I can get win number 21. Oh yeah, I got 20 wins now. 2 wins back to back. I was so fucking cool. And yeah, but that's everything. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day, evening, night, wherever you are. Please be kind to each other. Please be safe. Please stay indoors if you don't have to go anywhere. Please stay healthy. And I hope everybody has a wonderful day. And I will see you all later. Ciao.